I'm gonna be telling you guys about a few stories of when actually fought in school. So, I haven't really fought in many fights at all,
He's a pussy. That's terrible.
but in the few that I have actually been in, were pretty interesting. Well, to me. So the first one was all the way back in preschool, 5 years old. I was talking with my friend. What the teacher was explaining, it's kindergarten. Nobody actually puts attention to the teacher. He was talking about how strong he is and how weak I was, and he was tempting me to punch his stomach just to prove his point. And me being the fellow sheep, I accepted, looked right into the belly, and hit as strong as I could. And as my luck, as soon as I hit the boy, the teacher turns around and says, Vidal. I almost pissed my pants. I looked back, the teacher was getting out a pink piece of paper, and it was a referral. The first ever time I felt about crying that was not home. It was scarring, and the poor kid was right. I didn't have any strength at all. He got scratch free, and then I just went to home, presented the little paper, and got a spanking. So it wasn't really a fight, but still, I consider it. I harmed somebody else. The second that was the closest to a fight that I've ever been, when I was walking with a girl, again, kindergarten. We were both 5 years old, and she was exclamating how girls are extremely strong and how boys are really weak. So my mind automatically assumed like, let's put that to the test. So I looked straight into her eyes and pushed her as strong as I could into the stomach. She automatically went to her knees and started crying. And yeah, me too with her because I felt extremely bad after that. Then a teacher comes running in and says, "What happened?" And me, not wanting to get in trouble, just looks at her dead in the eye and walks away. So I guess teacher fight, I guess. But she was fine. I'm not that strong either way, either or was. Well, the third occurrence of me fighting. This could be actually a fight. It was when I was about 7 years old. I was in Mexico at the time, and the school, it was not protected by anybody in recess. All the teachers were inside. There were like only two or three, not many people. Every other kid was just running about doing whatever they want. So I was with my a lot of friends, my two best friends, only friends too that I had. Yeah, and we were walking around, and I just saw this bunch of people just sitting on this little guy. So my alpha instincts came kicking in. I walked up to my friends on the back, having my back, of course, and stand up and say, "Hey, stop that." They turn around and say, "Or what?" So me being extreme macho alpha, I grabbed a huge piece of wood from the ground and smacked the leader of the group. He went down automatically. Everybody else just dispersed. Even the guy that was getting bullied, he just ran for his life. And that was it. That's all I can remember about the story. I was pretty small. And yeah, I fought a whole group against myself using a stick. So yeah. And then it was a little less of a punch fight, but more of an intellectual fight against me and a friend. We all the way back when I was like 11 years old. We got in a fight because I can't remember actually anymore. We just got in a fight, and it was just mind tricks. Whoever can get to the other one to cry first. So there we were, trying to befriend and friend again, and eventually he just tricked me. I fell right into his trap. He was like making a fort, and he couldn't do it by himself. So I was like, I'll help you for friends again. So he's like, oh, okay, now pass me that, and we make the fort. And I'm all the way down, and he's like, ha, I tricked you, you can't get up. So yeah, I cried for a few hours, and that's about it. For the last fought, fight, well, not really fight, but it still counts. I was at work. Yeah, I know it's not in school, but let's say it is basically the same thing, 8 hours. getting paid instead of knowledge, actual money. But I was there. I was walking carrying some mugs, and then this basically white table looks at me dead in the eye, spills water. Probably. I don't know. There was water on the floor. I don't know why. I can assume it was him, though. And then I slipped. And the counter hits me as hard as he can, making a huge gash in my hand. I get bleeding everywhere. So I go to the hospital, and yeah, I think the rumors have been out. Yeah, I won round two on the table. I gave him my number the next day. Um, he hasn't called, so I can only assume he's cowarding out. So round two goes to me, obviously. So yeah, the anecdotes is basically that I'm a huge and incredible muscle man that fights everybody they can see. But yeah, that's all for today. I hope you guys liked it. That's about it. Maybe anecdote number two could be that I'm garbage at fighting. Just don't really fight. It's not really worth the income mostly. Just do it for like sports or something, not actual fighting. I don't know. Whatever. Just have fun.